Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob, your shaman and cosmic midwife, and we're back to do your November readings. I'll be reading with 4 decks that you're going to see on the next screen, and we'll catch you on the inside. Thanks for being here. To answer some questions about who, where, what, and when/why, we're going to be taking a look with these 4 decks. For a look at the who, we'll be pulling a Black Moon astrology card, which might give us an idea of Sun, Moon, or Rising with people that might be playing a role or having something to do with this time frame. The when time factor is sort of elusive. We're going to be pulling 2 cards, one for the what and one for the why, that speak a little bit to that. Although we're looking in the quote-unquote month of November, these are somewhat timeless, and sometimes there is a karmic or past life, if you will, implication on situations. So we'll be looking with both the past life oracle cards for that what/when, and also taking a look with our archetype cards for a why/when, and for where these things will be occurring, or giving us an idea of the context of the situation. We'll be having a look with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. What's going on, Pisces? Welcome to your new November. I hope you're doing great. I've shuffled and dealt your cards. I'm gonna take a look here and see what's in front of us for this cycle. So, let's go ahead and get started with the who, with the Black Moon astrology cards. We might have an idea of who's participating with you this month. Got a Leo showing up. Number 17 card. One says, I will. So, very likely some kind of Leo character that's showing up. Let's see what else is going on. With the past life oracle cards, I pulled a what card that sometimes has something to do with when as well. And like I mentioned, when for me is less about timing. We're kind of looking at a timeless situation where lessons might be more relevant and coming back into focus, especially with Mercury being in retrograde right now. So this kind of gives us an idea sometimes of what situation that kind of when is relevant to what is happening. Hope that made sense. So we've got communal living showing up. Interesting. For some of you all, that might speak to the kind of living situation that you're in. If you don't necessarily live in a commune, maybe you are offering space or being offered space somewhere. But there seems to be an implication about either past life karma situations or current living situations that might mirror a lesson that you've learned from, whether or not you believe in past lives, perhaps another karmic situation with people that are relevant. A card that works in tandem with this one here too is this Archetypes. It's our why card, like why the situation might be happening, but it's also a sometimes when posture of why a situation presents itself and what that means to you in terms of your life cycle. So with the Carolyn Mays archetype cards, we've got the Midas Miser card showing up. And see if you can see that art. The close up be helpful. How do you like that screen? That might be a little closer for you. Let's see what this card says here. Light attributes. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes. Hoarding money and emotions. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Gee, baby. Yeah, interesting. They kind of look like monks, actually, don't they? These two characters here that are... They're not paying attention to each other. It looks like one is really focused on creativity and sending abundance out, and the other one's kind of like holed up in a corner. And so they're like literally cuddling a bag. Is that a bag of money? So some cautionary notes with this here, definitely Pisces, about what it is that you allow to attach to your feeling of self-worth, because this I will a lot is speaking to your solar plexus energy, and whether or not you might actually have some Leo in your chart somewhere. Hearing if you do, you might really be struggling from time to time with feelings of inadequacy that maybe keep you back from really sharing everything that you know that you have to offer creatively. It seems like both these people are really covered up, even the one that's sharing here. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like an opportunity to reflect on your feelings of value and self-worth, especially if you've been in a situation where it's like everything is monotonous and the same. Because I'm hearing that you might have some situation where it's kind of like communal living, and I'm hearing it might actually be like eroding for you your foundation somehow. It's like, and just bless you, showing me this house, it's like kind of being wrecked a little bit. It's like something is wrecked. Like I just see things like kind of like pebbles falling off of it, and it almost looks like that's what's happening here. So maybe you're dealing with renovations in a shared workspace or something. It depends on what kind of Pisces you are, but I'm hearing for some of you all, it's kind of an issue. It's changing the way you even feel like you can relax. All right, let's see what else is showing up here. Wow, so the Where card that we're using is from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, and that is the Hierophant showing up. And so I'm hearing hospital for some of you all, that this is like communal living is like a hospital, and like the chaplain, they're telling me about an extended stay for some of you all. Maybe you're either dealing with somebody, or you yourself might be in a hospital for some reason. You're visiting somebody, or maybe you've taken sick and have been there for a period of time. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is a transfer into kind of a medical facility. They're saying communal living is like, it's just like a shared living space. They're showing me apartments, and I'm hearing about the expensive cost involved with having to outlay cash for that. Hearing for others of you too at this time, for some of you all, like I don't know if you have a spiritual practice, but I'm hearing for some of you all, especially if you have some of that fire in your chart that doesn't get a lot of attention, some of you all might have a special friend that's coming in this month. This number 17 might be really important for you. This person might have Leo in their chart, and I'm hearing it's like whatever you've been doing for bread and butter gets a lot sweeter with them there. Like I'm hearing that very specifically, especially if it's like if you've been in a mundane situation. They're telling me for somebody it's like this communal living situation. I'm hearing about, well, you might be getting out of a certain kind of lockdown. I'm hearing for somebody it's like a girl interrupted situation, that you might be like staying in like a boarding house for women or for men. It depends on where you are, where you are being rehabilitated or receiving some kind of help. But they're saying it's like there might be like a, I don't want to say a religious institution, but it might be a religious institution. They're showing me somebody that's like devoutly Catholic, and I just see her just like praying with the rosary beads and like doing Hail Marys and stuff, and like being like this little Midas lady just putting money away. And so you're going to know, especially if you have Taurus in your chart, or if you're dealing with somebody that, I'm hearing it's like you have the Taurus in your chart, if this is the case, Pisces, and that it's like it's just something you've been doing to get yourself through a situation. I'm hearing for somebody like, I don't know if you got accused of arson or something when you were 17, but I'm hearing about a living situation where it's like you've been able to save up a certain amount of self-dignity and the things that you've been doing and learning there, because I don't know if you're like a bride to Jesus is what they're saying. It's like a bride to Jesus. You're very Catholic, but they're showing me like a nun. It's like it's some kind of nun thing. Some of you might be involved with I don't know why they're showing it to me like it's like assisted living, but some of you might be involved in a special kind of home that I don't even know about. I'm hearing it's like a therapy home for potential brides of Christ or something, and that it's like a certain kind of dignity that's coming to you, because I'm hearing people said you were crazy, and they might have thought you got sent off to the crazy bin, but they're living in the wrong crazy bin, and you're like in the right kind of facility for people to develop their gifts and not be messed with. And I'm hearing that for some of you all, it's like, especially if you have been accused of being insane or like being put somewhere away, or like feel like you were put away by your family. And I'm hearing for some of you, you're only getting kicked out because they don't want to pay for it anymore. But it's like you getting your dignity in a certain way, because people's idea of asylum might be really not fair, especially if you find that you are in a place, or that you are in a place where you have dignity in your day-to-day, and you can express your gifts and be creative with your talents, and you can talk about things that are actually happening to you. Just because people might not understand it, it doesn't mean that's not your experience, and that you don't deserve to be able to talk about it. So I'm hearing for some of y'all, this might be like a really willful month for you, especially if you're finding it's like, you're showing me this like lion and this person on this Leo card, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm seeing like all these like eroded stones all around you. It's like you're coming up. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like learning how to have your self-worth, especially if it's like now you're going to be confronted with a situation where you're leaving maybe an establishment where you had certain needs met, or maybe you were partially assisted or something, and now you had to put your trinkets away, and just to save up some money, and you might be feeling kind of like a little worried about stepping out and what it means. But I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you met somebody that you're getting married to. It's like, I don't know if you met him while you were in there, or whatever in there means to you, because not all of you were locked up in any way, but I'm hearing that this where right here is like at the church, and I'm hearing going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. So I don't know. It might be weird too, because I'm hearing for somebody it's like leaving a convent situation. It's like, I didn't think I would ever do this, and it's like I'm leaving this convent. I'm hearing that somebody's literally in a convent, and that this Midas miser is just like everything that you were making was just kind of like going into your tithe and stuff. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like whoever this Leo is shaking something up. Especially if you have this Leo that just like magically showed up in your life some kind of way. It's like your come to Jesus for some of you all. And it might literally be your come to Jesus, because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like a special kind of religious group or sect that you're involved in that you don't talk about to people. But that can't be for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Past Life Oracle book and just get a little information on this communal living, because for some of y'all this might give a little other clue. And then I'm going to pull some Sibilas for you too. Okay, we've got communal living. The lifetime significant to your question involved a communal setting, such as a convent, monastery, or tribe. Your earthly needs for shelter, clothing, and food were provided for. Although you held a job within the community, you fulfilled your responsibilities for the group and not for individual gain. In your current lifetime, you may feel troubled by the concept of money, individual earnings, savings, and bills. You may feel unsupported because your soul is accustomed to having a community support system. To assimilate in this lifetime, find the balance and harmony between individual and group needs, between give and take. Understand how you fit into the culture and how the group can help you achieve your individual goals and aspirations and further your spiritual growth. And remember, no man or woman is an island. Yeah, that's the truth. Well, let's see what the Sibilas have to say about this situation. We can get a little bit more information here for you, my Pisces. Where's my Pisces? Okay. Il pensiero. So that's the thinking man. Just thinking about whatever is written on that paper there. I'm hearing it actually might be a will. This says I will on the Leo card, but I was hearing about a will. Allegrezza al cuore. This is the happiness of the heart. This is people making a move of some kind from one situation to another, usually from a protected situation to a situation where they're getting married. This is usually like a young woman that's being handed off by like her uncle or like a brother or somebody to whoever the suitor is. And then this is stanza. This is alone. This is a private situation. Sometimes this is a conversation that happened intimately between two people who are no longer there. Other times it's just an indication that somebody was alone. I'm hearing for somebody it might have been whatever the situation is and leaving where there was help and needing some other help. I'm hearing for some of y'all it's like you might be here trying to figure out how to reach somebody that you want to not be alone with now. Wow, especially if you're in love, because Pisces, I'm hearing for some of y'all this is about your communication skills. Amante, this is the male lover. Is it so that you've been alone for a while and trying to find a way to discover how to move on? Because for some of you all, it's like somebody's like waiting to hear from you here too. I'm hearing that whoever this thinking man is probably wants to hear from you, especially if he didn't know that you were in love with him. He might be an artist. That's what they're showing me here. So let me know. I love it when you comment me, Pisces. I love your messages. I always read them. And, you know, it always gives me a chance to connect positive energy to you. So hit me up and let me know what you think. If you would like your very own reading, something with just your energy on it, just your information, and answers to your questions, you might have specific questions, hit me up. That's my information below about how to get a reading. It's also in my description box. Also appreciate all the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I love doing these readings for you. If you like, I have a online free chat room at Discord for very fine Martians. It's my VFM radio room where we actually share a radio show with podcasts and sometimes do some oracle cards and things throughout the day just for my private group. So love to have you there. Hit me up there. And if I don't hear from you, just know I love you so much, and we'll catch you again. We're back for another one very soon.
Promise that you'll catch me.